Alright, this is gonna be the recap for today. My bad for the delay. Um, I had to get ready and stuff still for boot camp, but we're chilling for tomorrow. Gonna get this up, go to sleep, and yeah. Alright, so in the morning, I mean, today we kind of were pretty bullish on the day. We saw right off the open something I do want to mention. So I did play QQQ calls here at low a day at 686, and Spy was already strong while QQQ was lagging behind. So once NQ got to this level down here, 686, and I saw my order flow confirmation, I took longs up. And like Spy and SPX were also like bouncing its dark pool at the same time that QQQ was bouncing its floor. So I used the two dark pool confluences here. Once we Spy and SPX got above the dark pools, QQQ is bouncing the king node down here. And ideally, since SPX and Spy were so strong, I was expecting Qs to follow and catch up as the lagging indice. Now, something I do want to mention is that Talon actually told us that 751, I believe 754 today were going to be very strong levels. So once price held above 751 and kept going, we kind of just kept running over and over. Now, what a lot of people are used to in this market is kind of just choppiness and mean reversions. Today was a day where we had a bunch of setups, or I wouldn't even say a bunch, but at least two to three good setups where we had possible entries for longs. And we could see if we look back, right, floors kept getting rolled up, rolled up, and rolled up. Now, when floors are being moved higher and higher, that normally means that the market is just like it's moving bullish. It means the market makers are adding support as price moves up. So we see on cues like floor rolls up, 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 and it just keep going up and up per day, or I'm not per day, like throughout the whole day. And over on Spy, right, we see that we have 751. Then later in the day, we do see the king node flips all the way at the end, and SPX had air pockets all the way up. So SPX was pretty free, just air pockets the whole way up on the whole way, and Q's was just running as well, pretty strong. Now, something a lot of people I think tried to short or got chopped up in this SPX range was that when SPX was hitting these highs over here at like 1015. Now, I wasn't really watching any trades here just because there wasn't much conviction I had to short. Spy still had leeway up to this king node at 756, and QQQ still had his king node even higher, and QQQ was actually still slipping in floors. So I'm not going to short SPX when QQQ is hitting floors, right? Because that's the divergence right there where QQQ holds. And even though SPX is hitting a ceiling, it's not really that much of a confluence to short. So there wasn't really any good short setups on the day. So just because of that, there was nothing I was looking to short. If I did take any shorts, it would have been like a short-lived, like small percent trade. Now, something I do want to point out, kind of like the banger trade I took for today, was here at I believe 10:06, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So at 10:06, was it 10:06? No, it wasn't. It's higher. So over here, QQQ ceiling here is 695. Me, Calf, and Archie in the morning kind of pointed out that we literally basically said calls in the whole morning, and it was just gonna be right higher. Calf also said like high day probability is like 98% chance of breaking before a low day, just because of how the low is already set for today, and for us to come back to the lows and take it out would be pretty abnormal. So trade I took for today. Go back to previous day high. You guys know on my IV indicator I already have this marked out, but I'm just marking it out here on Atlas so I can show you guys. QQQ previous day high. So what do we notice here on the pullback here on 1127, right? So QQQ positive node. So what was the king node? Still a strong positive node. Bounce off of QQQ 696. I played longs. And if I look at the under indices, right? 1127. Spy bouncing at 755 positive node. SPX also bouncing its. Whoa, wait, I got the time wrong. 11, 1112, right? Or 1127. SPX bouncing the king node. So king node, also something I do want to purse out or point out, reverse rug to the upside. Reverse rug to the upside. And QQQ just still having that upside all the way. We saw 700 and 701 popping in throughout the day. Now, if I turn on Trinity here and just go on replay, right? If we look at this QQQ over here at like 11 a.m., right? See QQQ 700 and 701 popping in, those negatives? So those negatives have been growing throughout the whole morning. Now, like when I took the long, right? On this retest we got, look what I'm noticing, right? So when I take this long, What do we see on all three indices? I'm gonna give you guys like 1 second to like answer, but what do you see on SPY, SPX, and QQQ, right? You get a triple reverse rug confluence, right? So you have three indices all showing reverse rugs to the upside. Now this is showing strong bullish, also with floors rolling up. We have we have this Pika stack here in QQQ with a reverse rug back up to the upside with this negative up back to 698 up here to break high day. We have SPY 755, 756 rug back up. We see the 757 is pretty strong here, so also have leeway up to 757. And on SPX over here too, 7575 king node reverse rug to the upside back to 7590. Listen to all those three numbers I just said. 7590 ends up becoming king node. Bam. You already trimmed out of calls. SPY got that rug back up. QQQ as well, sending it off of there. And it's just like a move up that we keep getting. We see QQQ 698. They move it. So once again, what do? They roll up the floors. They roll up the floors on Qs at 698. SPY is still holding 756. SPX also got to that target we were talking about here at 7590. And look, we came back and we still tested these floors. Tested floor on SPX, QQQ King Node, SPY, and we just keep going higher. Once again, just going higher, making new highs. So like from my entry from the previous day high, like I mean I did bottom tick, but like my entry from the previous day high here, my prediction was QQQ high day was 700. So I was kind of looking to TP QQQ at 700. Now, I mean, I was wrong. QQQ high day was not 700, but I was still like $1 off. So, I mean, 40 points on NQ, so be it. We did keep pushing higher and higher from the entry. Like QQQ ran up still $5, 200 points on NQ. So we still had incredible moves up throughout the whole day, and that 3-stack reverse rug was like incredible from those nodes, and that's something you kind of have to look at. So there was kind of no short opportunities where the indices were aligning. Also with the huge divergence we had in the morning too, and with those floors rolling up, we could see that they're literally painting the picture on what's happening for today. Up, up, up. Look at SPX, clear as day. Floor, 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 and then we kind of just accumulate over here. So they kept rolling it up, giving us more targets throughout the day. And like that triple reverse rug stack was kind of insane. Also, you guys do know I sometimes look at SMH. So like my SMH confluence where we could top out this double top from this dark pool. I was looking at this, but I was kind of more focused on this king node at 550. But SMH did double top this dark pool, and indices finally got a reversal. So I mean these dark pools get respected very strongly on SMH. But that's kind of my recap on like the indices today, where we kind of saw like that. Let me go and replay right here. So if I go back to Monday at like 3:45, right? Previous day high right here. This is my long entry. And we kept grinding high. We also broke the IB high. Something to know about the IB high is that if the IB high gets broken really fast and no pullback, then ideally that level is going to keep going and going and going. It's going to hold a strong support. And it's going to, like, the high's already broken, so we're going to kind of continue. We got above the weekly open. We got above Asia low, all those levels, previous close. We got above all the significant levels I had. And we kept running. Like, we ended up clearing at midnight. Could have been area to take some off. Asia high. Previous day high, retest to go higher, got above weekly high, and NQ just kept running. I mean, your final target would have probably been like 29K, but I was targeting QQQ 700. So like that was kind of my read on the day, and what I was looking at. But like I'm not looking to catch the whole move, right? I'm only looking to get a piece of the pie what the market has to offer. So like the 2 long entries I took for the day were like the only valid trades I really had. But yeah, I mean, sorry for getting this up late. I had a lot of stuff to do throughout the day, get ready for boot camp, studying and stuff. So enjoy.